Good evening. Welcome on into the evening edition of From Day One. We pick up where we left off in court, this time in the state of Washington.
Ms. Wilson?
Langley on the bail request by the city of Lacey.
Bail. I will request the amount of $1,000.
And Mr. Bretler on the city of Tumwater's case.
I can't remember these Washington's judges' names because they never put it up there. And he's got his placard up, but I can't read it. Whatever. This one's minor. I grabbed this late, but he just gives him a good talking to. I enjoyed it.
Your Honor, this is a deferred sentence from several years ago. The defendant is now accused of the same offense, committing it again. Based on the same concerns that the city of Lacey has expressed, I would be requesting bail. I will request the amount of $1,000.
Thank you. And Ms. Langley on the bail request by the city of Lacey.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe he will be clearing any issues today. I would ask that he be released on his cognizance with a court date. Otherwise, a lower bail, $1,000, perhaps cash or bond.
All right, thank you. And Ms. Capone on the Tumwater case.
Your Honor, we'll ask that Ms. Parmley or Mr. Parmley be released on his own recognizance to address the probationary matter out of custody. I would just like to note for the court, if it is considering bail, that bail on this matter was set lower than $1,000. I believe it was set at $600 originally.
And the Lacey case was theft of alcohol, Mr. Sabota.
Yeah, it's a 2 bottles of whiskey, 1 bottle of Jack Daniels. He did indicate to the responding officer that he was thinking about selling it to get additional money.
This is Judge Buckley.
It does have Olympia and Tenino warrants.
Okay.
Olympia for sure today. I don't know what tonight.
Okay. Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I can add, he did talk to me about the 9-0 warrant, and I think it was just a matter of getting there and does want to clear that up.
All right, thank you. All right, based on the warrant history to include 2 active warrants, 1 out of Olympia and 1 out of, actually it looks like both are out of Olympia. I will impose bail in this case. $500 cash or bond each case, so $1,000 cash or bond. On the new case, you're to have no criminal law violations and have no contact with the Rite Aid store. I just can't resist, based on our past conversation, Ms. Parmley, our prior conversation. It looks like mostly you're working by just stealing. Get a real job and, don't rip off stores. It just, I see a whole bunch of theft charges and convictions. And, there are honest ways to go through life, even if it's a struggle. You don't have to be ripping things off. That doesn't work for you and it doesn't work for anybody else. So I would hope that you feel like it just doesn't make any sense where you end up in jail.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
All right. You're next due back before the court on the Lacey case on Tuesday, the 17th of October. And on the city of Tumwater case, we'll get you back here on Thursday, the 19th of October and find out what happened on Tuesday, the 17th. All right. Thank you, Mr. Parmley.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay, and we are on the record in the matter of the city of Wyandotte versus Natalia Phillips, 231-665A. And counsel?
April sent this to me a few days ago, so it's probably been done on other channels. I don't know, but it's kind of fun.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mr. Shemp, apparently after my client, this time we sent the matter being heard via Zoom.
Thank you. And ma'am, your name, please, if you can please unmute.
Natalia Phillips.
Okay. And today is the date scheduled for sentencing on your client's plea of, or to possession of controlled substance. And council, did you have an opportunity to review the report and recommendation with Ms. Phillips?
Yes, Your Honor, it's factually accurate.
Okay. And as to the recommendation?
Your Honor, I be adopted. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Okay, and so, Ms. Phillips, you've been participating in random testing, correct?
What was that, Your Honor?
You've been participating in random testing since your arraignment, correct?
Yes,
And how's that going for you?
it's going good.
Okay. And if you were to test today, what would be detected in your system?
Marijuana would still be in my system.
When's the last time you used marijuana?
Yesterday. I have an appointment Wednesday morning to get my card. I do know that I cannot use it. I have slowed down and almost stopped since seeing you the first time.
Didn't know y'all stink. Okay, that's just my opinion.
You have not used it since you were arraigned on September 5th?
No, I have, but I've slowed down and almost completely stopped.
But yet you used it yesterday.
I used it one time yesterday, yes, Your Honor.
I don't know what this is, Nellie
And
D.
ma'am, how long have you been using marijuana?
Like a year and a half, maybe.
Okay. And was there something that occurred that you started using marijuana?
Yeah, I had an anxiety attack. I suffer from severe anxiety and depression,
Hey.
and I started freaking out yesterday, and I hit my weed pen a couple times.
Well, ma'am, there are other medications that can be utilized for that, or some other non-medication exercises to walk you through one of those episodes. So your appointment
Oh, come on, Judge DeSanto, lead us in a meditation now. That would be awesome.
on Wednesday is with whom?
It's with the it's called Spirit Clinic.
Okay, and is that where your treating physician or your psychiatrist is located?
No, that is it's a place to get your medical marijuana card. They have a
Okay.
physician doctor there that I have
Okay.
appointment with.
So let me just be very clear, ma'am. You don't have a medical marijuana card prior to your first court date.
No, you're not.
So if you want this court
Is
to
not.
consider approving your use of marijuana for medical purposes, you need to make sure you're getting that either prescription, referral, recommendation, or what have you from your treating physician.
Yes, Your Honor.
Not just from a physician at a marijuana clinic.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay? All right. Okay, and counsel, anything else?
Yeah. Nailed it.
Nothing further, Judge, from the defense.
Okay, all right. And so, Ms. Phillips, the court does find that there's reasonable grounds to depart from MCL 769.5 after hearing from Ms. Phillips and Mr. Shunke, as well as reviewing the report and the recommendation. And ma'am, there's a few concerns this court has, one of which is your use of marijuana. You're 18. You've been using it for a year and a half. So I'm not discounting that you are diagnosed with anxiety. However, there needs to quite possibly be some
That is effective, Bradley. That is.
further exploration of medical options with your treating psychiatrist or therapist.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court's going to order 12 months probation. The court's going to also indicate that you are eligible for early discharge, and you're also eligible under the Wyandotte Ordinance 25.136B. You're not to violate any criminal law of any unit of government. You're not to leave the state without the consent of the court. You are to report truthfully to your probation officer as often as your probation officer may require, in person, writing, or virtually. You're notify your probation officer immediately regarding change in address or employment status. You're not to any alcohol or drugs unless prescribed to be subjected to random testing. The rehabilitative goal for that condition, ma'am, is so the court can monitor your progress in maintaining the abstinence and sobriety. You are to participate and enroll in outpatient substance use counseling. The rehabilitative goal for that condition is to assist you in providing coping mechanisms so that you may maintain sobriety and prevent relapse. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court's going to also indicate for you to participate in mental health counseling. The rehabilitative goal is to, or for that condition, is so that you can ascertain what your mental health needs are and participate in the appropriate treatment for those needs. The court's going to also indicate 75 hours of community service. The rehabilitative goal for that condition is so that you can further develop work and life skills and get back to the community. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Regarding your conditions? Okay.
I gotta agree with Judge DeSanto here. I mean, this girl's shaking like a leaf. I don't know if that's put on or if that's legit, but whatever it is, she's 18. The marijuana's not the answer. It isn't. I hate to see it.
The court's going to indicate a $300 fine. I'm sorry, did you have a question?
Can I set up a payment plan, Your Honor?
Yes, we're going to get to that, ma'am.
That might be it.
$300 fine, $100 screening assessment fee, supervision oversight fee of $600. That's $50 a month at 12 months. Since you're eligible for early discharge, up to $300 of that may not be due. Okay?
Okay.
And probation will go over that with you as well. $200 for the cost of prosecution. Crime victim assessment fee of $75.
Yeah.
Justice system assessment fee of $50.
That's what I'm thinking.
For total $1,325.
Agreed.
And do you have any money to pay today or no?
I can do 70 today.
70, okay. That is now for $1,255. And so how much can you pay per month and what day of the month works best for you?
Could I do $100 a month, and can I start? Give yourself grace. I'm sorry, I'm looking at a calendar.
That's okay.
What can I do? What is today?
That is a good question.
Can I start October 14th, ma'am?
I have ideas on that, none of which I'll share.
Yes. Well, let's do the 16th since the 14th is a Saturday. Let's do October 16th. And why don't we put it to $50 per month? And if you can pay more, then you can pay more.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. And so ma'am, if you wouldn't have any cocaine in your system?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And are you still hanging out with Mr. Friel?
No, Your Honor.
That's a good choice.
Yes, it is.
All right. So, ma'am, I'm going to have your report to probation. Since you're currently here, I'm going to have your report to probation. I am going to make a note that okay, that you did you did indicate that you did use marijuana yesterday, so I'm just gonna make that note on here. So when you go for your first test, that will be noted.
Thank you, Your
As
Honor.
I did indicate, you are eligible for early discharge so long as all the following have occurred. You've completed half of your original term of probation. All probation requirements have been completed. You've had at least 3 months without any violations, and all monies have been either paid in full or you've made a good faith effort to make full payment. Okay?
The only thing I
Yes,
accomplished
Your
today.
Honor.
Okay, ma'am, I want to make sure that you are clear that I'm aware that you violated a bond condition. Please do not mistake the fact that I did not revoke your bond or send you to jail as some extra leniency that you will receive during your probation.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Please have a seat over probation and somebody will be with you shortly. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys.
Okay. And we are still on the record in the matter. Oops, hold on. Let's go off the record. I think we just lost Mr. Shunke. Hold on.
April, what are you doing to me? That wasn't fun. That was sad. Kid was shaking like a leaf. Oh, I expect madcap hilarity when you send me a video. But it's a perfect ending to my day. Perfect ending to my day when April sends me a serious one. There you go. There you go. That's all I had. I don't know. I don't even have the heart for it right now. I'm fine, by the way. I'm just grumps. Nothing that.
Well, in that case, I will take it away from you, Mikey. Definitely, thank you. And yeah, I do agree. I expect Madcap comedy when you bring me a video too. So with that, though, we will close out for this, the Thursday edition of From Day One. From everyone here to everyone at your home, please be kind and, friend one another as we march along here from Day One. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.